Hi guys, we are looking at your new workbook and take a look at page 267. So our target today is to be able to use a ratio to describe the relationship between two quantities. And you're gonna think this kind of looks like a fraction, and it kind of does. So we'll talk about how that's different and how it could be similar. So I have this best of the 90s, and I have these pop songs, and then I have some R&B. And so how can I describe that relationship? I want to pause and have you put that into Edpuzzle. And we're back. So I have 9 pop songs, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, looks like I have 6 R&B songs. So I could say that I have a 9-to-6 ratio. I could say 6-to-9 ratio, and it just means 6 R&B songs to 9 pop songs. I could also look at the total, which is 15. So I could say it's 9 out of 15 were pop songs, or 6 out of 15. Do you notice the little dot dot? That's a new thing for us. We'll use that as ratios, but you can also write it like a fraction. So I could also say 6/9, or I could say 6/15, which just means 6 R&B, and I could even put in my labels out of total. Okay? So we're looking at things in a couple of different ways. So if we looked at part B of this and we wanted to put it in as a bar graph, we have some things going on here. We've got pop songs, and it looks like there's 3 boxes. And then we have R&B, and it looks like there's 2 boxes. So what do you think each box is going to represent? Because we know that this is 6 and 9. Yeah, they're 3 songs each. So this is 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So it's just another way to represent. I could still pull all the same information. I could do the total. I could do the ratio of pop to R&B. And so the interesting thing with this is the bar graph is done in the simplest form, okay? So let's turn the page and take a look at another thing here. So in your comp book, and I know it's been a while since you've written in your comp book, if you could write down the definition of ratio, which is on page 268. So a ratio is just simply a relationship for 2 different units, and those 2 different units, we call those terms. Okay, so we can do it in 3 different ways. We can do a ratio with the word 2. We can do the ratio with the 2 dots, and we can do the ratio with a fraction. So this one is cats to dogs. There's 14 cats, so we can say 14 to 17 is what we're comparing. 14 to 17, 14/17. They all mean the same thing, okay? And then we also can do those same things, but do it as a total. So this one I could say 14 to 31. I could say 14 to 31. Oops, sorry. Or I could say 14 out of 31. So the difference here is with ratios, I'm not always doing a whole. So with this, I would have to really make sure that I am labeling my terms so that I know that it's not always the total, which is the difference. Usually when we work with fractions, that denominator is the whole. And so this is a little bit different that way. So we're going to pause on the Ed puzzle, and I want you to convince me, is the ratio of dogs to cats the same as the ratio of cats to dogs? Explain to me. Okay. I think you understand example number 2. It's those bar graphs again. So footballs to soccer balls, looks like they're 1 unit each, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 footballs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, too many. 5, and we've got 3 soccer balls. So this could be a 5-to-3 ratio. I could change this unit to 20 each. So if that's the case, then that would be 5 times 20 to have 100. Do I still do this as 1? No, it has to be the same dimensions there. So these would also be 20. So my ratio would be 100 to 60. Okay, same idea. You're just making the units a little bit more. And then example 3, you can do a double number line. The interesting thing with this is just be really careful of how you're labeling your number line, okay? I think you got this. Give it a shot. Do the Ed puzzle, pause and answer those couple of questions, and then Mr. Marcotte is available, and I'm hoping to get around and see you. I won't today because it's Wednesday, but tomorrow I'll check in with you too.